Welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I'm joined once again by two of Wise Take's finest NBA DFS analysts. We got our boy Johnny the Greek. You can find him on Twitter at GDaddy80. You can also find Johnny on the NBA Wise stream during the week. Johnny, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm good. DFS sucked today. Let's see how tomorrow goes. But I like this slate tomorrow, so it's a little weird slate, but hopefully we can make some more money than we did today because today was shit. I'm sorry, bad.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like it was kind of a mixed thing. Like I don't feel like I know Paulie and Goutside both had entries in the 1500 on FanDuel. And they both did min cash, so like and they won those off tickets. So you're talking about turning $1 or $2 into like $3,000. So for them, a min cash is a good night. You win $3,000 off $1 in the long run. It was a good night for them. So shout out to Goutside and Paulie repping for the nation. They got it done in the 1500, and I think Goutside had some success in the 888 over on DraftKings as well. For me, Simmons just killed me, man. I really thought Tyreek was gonna sit, and he didn't, and then the game flow got out of hand. Simmons only got 16 minutes today because they had to play Chalmers, a guy who they have not been playing the last 2 games. He hasn't played at all. But they had to play him because Harrison and Tyreek Evans both drew 2 fouls in the first quarter. So that was a summary of my night. I have a lot of good plays that we were on the Y stream. Paulie's cheat sheets again. A lot of great plays. But Kobe, I think for me and Johnny, I know I watched the Y stream, so I know for you and Paulie, that was probably the downfall. But luckily, at least Paulie got there, so it was nice to see that. But I'm with you, Johnny. It was a rough night for me. Cash, before the show, trying to get you to talk was like pulling teeth. I know it was a rough day. I can see the look on your face. What do you have to say? Anything?
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, well, I didn't expect that. I know there was sarcasm, but I didn't expect that response because sarcasm indicates that maybe the mood is shifting because at least you were able to get a joke out. At least you were able to get a joke. But we're going to do our best to try to get you excited for this next slate because I do think that these last couple slates, they've just been kind of rough. Just like funky. And, I mean, I know Johnny was already hyping it up already before the show, trying to get you going, but it looks like it could be an Ish Smith day, at least Ish Smith chalk day. I don't know if that's good or bad. And then, so
it's never good. Ish Smith chalk is never good.
It's never good, but he is playing Orlando, so maybe I don't know. That's something that we can go ahead and talk about. But again, real quick, outside Paulie, good job repping for the nation. We got a bunch of tweets from members who did do well. So a lot of our members, a lot of our subscribers did actually do well, which is phenomenal. That's why we do this. But hopefully the three of us get a turn now after having a rough one. But again, like I said, I always say it time and time again. That's why I ask people to tweet me when they win. When I see those kind of things and I didn't have a great night myself or didn't do as well as I wanted to, that's the kind of stuff that'll cheer me right up, is seeing our members win some money and repping for the Wise Take Nation.
Must not have played Serge Ibaka or John fucking Wall.
Yeah. What did Wall end up putting up?
25.
No shit. Did he really put up 25?
He did.
So who was Beal the guy? Like, what, Beal and Porter do everything? Because that game stayed close, right?
Yes. John Wall didn't.
That's unbelievable. That is
Serge
wild.
Ibaka had 11.
Yeah, that was a shocker to me. That was a shocker. And what's interesting is Westbrook went bananas again, right? Like, what did Westbrook finish with?
Don't know.
60-something.
60-something.
Stopped looking very early.
I hear you on that. Again, it was a wacky night, man. It was a wacky night. Ibaka Revenge didn't pan out, I know. Kuzma had a terrible, terrible shooting night. All of a sudden, Larry Nance had a decent game, a pretty good game. Clarkson put up a 30 spot, I think, as like 50% chalk. Lance Stevenson, though. How about that? Lance Stevenson. I've never seen such a plug and play in my life like he was today. Phenomenal. Also, real quick, guys, before we go into this, before we start the position by position breakdown, don't forget we did move the chat. It's off of YouTube. It is now over on the Wise Take page. So if you want to check out the chat, go to wisetake.com, click on the latest podcast link, and you will see the chat. In order to have access to the chat, you must be a member or have once been a member to have a username. So if you're not a member, you never have been, buy a day pass, $2.50. It'll get you in for tonight, and it'll actually get you content through the rest of the day tomorrow. So at least do that. At least check it out if you're not. If you listen to our podcast every day, you're not signed up. There's probably a disconnect somewhere. So I'm going to try to fix that, and I'm going to recommend you get a day pass and go from there. All right, so it's only 5 games, so hopefully this won't take too long. So let's go ahead and let's dive right in. Johnny, I'm going to start with you. I know you're looking at DraftKings while Cash and I look at FanDuel. Start me off with some point guards. There's only 5 games, so take us all the way through.
Sure, sounds good. So yeah, tomorrow with point guard and shooting guard eligible, you have James Harden. He's the most expensive guy. He's playing against Boston. Chris Paul's questionable tomorrow. He probably should play. He looked like he was ready to go for Christmas, but I think he's decided to sit out, get a little bit more rest for his leg. But I think he's in play. I think Chris Paul's going to be okay tomorrow to play, but I think he's going to be on minute restriction. So I think if Paul plays, I think Harden's still in play because of the minute restriction. If Chris Paul's on a minute restriction, I won't be on him. Ben Simmons, he's getting down a little bit cheaper. He's 8,700. I think against Portland, he's okay, but I definitely prefer other plays in this game. I love Lillard tomorrow at 8,400. I think he's just too cheap. He's coming back from his injury. He's at home. I think Lillard is going to be fresh and ready to go tomorrow. Normally, I don't like to play players in this situation. I like to take the wait-and-see approach, but not with Lillard. I just think that he's got a little bit of rest, and he's ready to go. Kyrie Irving tomorrow is definitely in play at only 8,000. He got a discount here on DraftKings, so you can play him against Houston. Chris Paul's defense is okay, but again, he's going to probably see a lot of James Harden, so I'm not really afraid of that. So you can definitely go there. Tomorrow, love Alfred Payton tomorrow at 6,800. He's going to be in my lineup for sure tomorrow. He's going to get some Ish Smith defense. No Reggie Jackson. He's been ruled out for a while, so you're going to get some Ish Smith tomorrow. So I definitely like that. We just talked about Ish Smith. He's cheap. He's going to definitely be a cash game play. A little bit expensive at 4,900, but definitely you can play him. And a little deeper down here, Tyus Jones. He's definitely looks like he's going to start tomorrow for Teague. Teague got injured. I think it was in the late fourth quarter today. Looked bad. He had to be helped off the court. So I definitely think he's going to get the start tomorrow in Milwaukee. I know that a lot of people think Milwaukee has been great against point guards, but they haven't been great lately against point guards. Bledsoe doesn't really play a lot of defense anymore, so I like that tomorrow. And for me, that's going to be it here.
Okay. Cash, I want you to open up FanDuel and tell me what you see.
Elf, I like him. I like him more if Gordon plays, because that means people will jump off. So I do like Elf. Ish Smith, nah. I don't think so. I don't want to pay the price. It's a great spot. He's going to start, but he's going to be chalk. I don't play Ish Smith as chalk. I play Ish Smith all the time. I play Ish Smith probably than anybody in this industry. Everybody.
Isn't he expensive on FanDuel too? Isn't he kind of expensive on FanDuel? Yeah.
But I play Ish Smith because Stan Van Gundy will bench the disease, which there's no need for that because he's gone. He should just stay gone because he's trash. He's garbage. One of the worst players in the league. That's why I play Ish. Tomorrow, I might play him, but I doubt it. I like McConnell. And the easiest play of the day is Tyus Jones. If you don't play Tyus Jones, I don't know what you're doing. That's it.
Yeah, man. I think tomorrow.
Shabazz Napier is still in play as well too. Lillard is coming back, but this kid, he's better than McCollum right now. So
yeah, he's been playing with some real confidence. Definitely. Any love for Terry Rozier after his big performance tonight?
Yeah, it's true. I forgot about him. I like him more if Brown is out. Yes, I like him a lot.
Johnny?
Yeah, I was going to get to him at shooting guard.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He's listed. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So I'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
I liked him. I liked him a lot today, but I decided to play John Wall.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm with you on the Ish Smith cash thing and GPPs. Like, this is definitely a great spot for him on paper. It's against Orlando. He's gonna get the minutes. One thing I can say, I do think this is a very easy point guard build for cash games, at least on FanDuel, where you play 2 point guards. I think Tyus Jones and Ish Smith, you just play. I think that, given the fact, especially with Ish Smith, like he is the backup now, who's his backup? That's my question. We're Reggie out. Who backs up Ish Smith?
There isn't one. It's Jamal Crawford.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's tough to get off. I know Ish Smith chalk. It's just hard to get off of him, and I don't really see anybody else except for maybe a Chris Paul if he plays, or maybe I guess you can make a case for Dame, but like, Paul, Lillard, Kyrie. I mean, they're great plays. It's just Ish Smith at 5'5", and then Tyus Jones at 3'6". And what is Jones, 3'4" on DraftKings?
Yep.
I just feel like
he's shooting guard eligible too, and so that's normally an uglier position to fill. So you can definitely put him over there if you'd like.
Yeah, Tyus, I think for me, he's going to be a lock in both formats. Cash games, GPPs don't matter. Ish for cash games, definitely. On FanDuel, I think that's going to be the route a lot of people go, just because of they're cheap and they're going to get a ton of minutes. But in tournaments, I can make a case to fade Ish, absolutely. We've seen Ish play 28 minutes this year and do nothing. We've seen him do that this year. So just because he's going to get 30-something doesn't necessarily mean he is going to crush that. And not to mention, if you were to play both of them in GPPs, you're sacrificing a lot of upside by passing up on Chris Paul, Lillard, and Kyrie, potentially, or even Bledsoe, or even Elf, for that matter, against Ish. So yeah, Tyus, I think, is the lock on both slates. In cash games right now, I would think on FanDuel, Ish and Tyus would be a good way to start. This way you can jam in all the other guys like Big D and whoever else you want to jam in, who we'll talk about later. But yeah, in GPPs, I think you can make a case for that. And I'm interested to see if Chris Paul plays. That makes a big difference, even though he's very expensive. Johnny, move us over to shooting guards.
Yeah, so we just talked about Harden. We just talked about Paul. I'm not a huge fan of Morrow on the back-to-back of Jimmy Butler, but they did reduce his price. It's only $7,700. So he would be in play because they did reduce his price. I'm not really on Middleton. You could talk me into a little bit of Bledsoe tomorrow with Jones' defense. Maybe I'll play that. Jonathan Simmons, I think, still in play. He's also small forward eligible at 6,400. If Gordon's ruled out, if Gordon's in, I just want Gordon and Elf over at Orlando. That's would be that for me there. Getting down here a little further, I like JJ Redick tomorrow against Portland. He's 5,200, so I like that. Hopefully Gordon plays tomorrow, Aaron Gordon, because I don't want to play Mario Hezonja at 4,500. So I'd love to be able to take him off the board. Napier is shooting guard eligible, as so is Terry Rozier. They're both in play tomorrow. Rozier's more in play if Brown's out, of course, as we talked about that. Cash talked about a second ago. Napier's still in play. I can see Portland running 3 guards. I can see them running like a Napier, McCollum, and Lillard set tomorrow a little bit. So I can see them doing that. So I think he's still in play for me. I don't know how much exposure I'll have with other cheap guys out there, but I could definitely see him in play. And then just down here, we already talked about Jones. He's also point guard and shooting guard eligible, 3,400, and that's where I would end up at.
Okay. Cash, what do you see on FanDuel shooting guard?
I like Harden just because I'm going to be able to fit him in, but I don't necessarily want to play him against Boston. But could be the highest score of the night, but I don't love it. Just I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to fit him in pretty easily. But I love Middleton. Minnesota's on the back-to-back. Middleton won't get Butler because Big D will. Middleton will get Wiggins. So, yes, I like Middleton. McCollum has no upside. McCollum doesn't even have a cash value when Dame sits out. So, you should never play McCollum. Marcus Smart, I like a little bit today. I thought he was a fade at high ownership tonight, but now he's at home. I only want to play him at home because he cannot shoot for nothing. I think I could shoot better with my eyes closed. So at home, he shoots a little better. He's going to be on the court because he's going to need to guard Harden or Paul, both of them, whichever. JJ Redick, I can play that. Jamal Crawford, I like a lot at 3-7. And that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I think if Jaylen Brown is out, I definitely think Marcus Smart, even though his floor is ridiculously low, because like you said, Cash, he has got to be among the worst shooters in the league. We know that they're going to need him for at least Harden and potentially for Chris Paul if he plays, especially if Jaylen Brown misses again. It's a pace-up spot. They are at home, especially on a site like FanDuel where you do get credit for the steals and blocks. You get extra points. I think that's kind of what we're reaching for when we play a guy like Marcus Smart in this situation. So I'm with you on that.
I don't like his price.
Yeah.
I just like him if he's gonna have to play 35 plus minutes to guard them guys.
Yes. And so I where I'm at is like maybe at 5'6" if Jaylen Brown plays. If Jaylen Brown is out, a slight upgrade, I think.
Yes.
With that said, I'm with you on McCollum. The guy's been awful. So you think Big D's going to guard? I mean, Butler's going to guard Big D tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, who else, right? Who else?
You'd rather have Wiggins guard him?
No.
Taj Gibson to guard him?
I wasn't sure.
Nah, man. Ain't no way Butler doesn't guard that guy.
Okay, fair enough. So then,
if they don't, that's just stupid. But I mean, Butler played 40 something minutes tonight.
Yeah, overtime. Yeah,
and without overtime, he would have been another guy in my lineup that would have sucked a Big D.
Yeah.
But he got overtime and got like 15, 16 fantasy points in overtime. Yeah. But yeah,
because Cap fell out.
Oh, did he?
I'm not gonna be playing Jimmy Butler today.
Oh, no. Definitely not going to be playing him. I'm just kind of stuck on Middleton. If you're telling me Middleton is going to get Wiggins instead of Butler, then yeah, I'm in on that. Because shooting guard is pretty weak up top on FanDuel. It's weak. If you're not into Harden, who's 12-5, which don't get me wrong, it should be pretty easy to play Harden if you want to go that route on FanDuel because you already have the value with Tyus Jones, and I'm sure there's a couple other guys that may pop up. So like, it's easy to do it if you want to do it. And there's like such a huge separation between him and the next guy, which is Middleton, and then after that is ugly. You got McCollum, Fournier, who again is apparently re-injured himself in the last game, in which he did terribly. But yeah, it's kind of ugly. Johnny, move me over to small forwards.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about Butler. I was thinking Butler was going to guard Middleton, but if he's going to guard,
his number one job tomorrow will be trying to limit Giannis.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that would take me completely off Butler if he's going to focus hard on Giannis, and especially with the back-to-back, and that would almost take me off Giannis then and more on the Middleton. So,
right.
Yeah, because I mean, Giannis, I mean, he's 10-9 tomorrow, but Butler is a pretty good defender, and so that was. I mean, if you feel that way, I would say that I would not play Giannis then, but I want to look into it in the last couple of matchups, but. For this first look, I'll stay on Giannis.
There ain't no last couple of matchups. This is his first year in Minnesota. They ain't played.
Yeah, but
when he was over in Chicago.
When he was in Chicago, if he did, because they played a lot back then.
Well, Big D wasn't this player. Yeah. Big D was a different player when he was in Chicago.
Mm. Well, last year Big D was still.
I mean, legit. Yes, he was good, but he wasn't this guy. Mm-hmm. This guy is a different level.
Right.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Butler guarded him in Chicago too.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to check because I don't want to with as rough as it's been, I want to just make sure that
He said,
I cover all my ends tomorrow,
as
buddy.
rough as it's
Oh man. So yeah. So I mean, if Giannis is going to be guarded by Butler, I'm probably not going to play him, but I'm going to look into that a little bit further for my information here. Simmons, I'm not a Simmons guy. I like Embiid better in this matchup, so I'm going to play Embiid. Middleton, yeah. I mean, again, I was thinking backwards. I was thinking that Butler was going to be on Middleton. So if Butler's not going to be on Middleton, then he's definitely a great option tomorrow because I'm not afraid of Wiggins' defense. Harris, not for me. I think Simmons will get him tomorrow if Gordon's back, so I'm not going to be on that. I definitely like Kawhi tomorrow. I think Kawhi is almost ready to get his full allowance of minutes. He played 27 and a half minutes last game. I think he's going to get possibly 30 minutes this game, and he's only 6,000 on DraftKings. I'm going to jump on him this week, to this game, I should say, because I'm afraid to get behind the field. And when people jump on him, his price starts to go up. So I think this is probably the last day we're going to get him at 6,000. So I might be a game too early, but I'm willing to take that risk because there's not a lot of small forward options tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and take that play. A little bit further down here, we talked about JJ Redick already. I'm not on Smart. He just can't score. So I just don't like him. And really, that's it. And then Aaron Gordon, you can slide him at small forward or power forward. But that's it for me.
Okay. Cash, what do you see?
Just fucking. Big D, probably not. I'm not gonna take a guy that's gonna be guarded by Jimmy Butler. I'm not gonna take a guy that just played overtime and didn't do nothing before overtime. Kawhi Leonard on FanDuel, I'll pass. He's got to get me 40. Is that gonna happen? I highly doubt it. New York is coming in all the way from Chicago. New York in San Antonio with a flight from Chicago. No, I'm good. Covington is all right. Courtney Lee is garbage. I like Simmons. Nobody's playing Simmons after a 4. I'll play Simmons after a 4.
Right. That mother. No, I'm just kidding.
Trevor Ariza. Dude has played over 40 minutes, like, I don't know, 10 games in a row. So he's in play. I don't like the matchup, but if a guy's going to play over 40 minutes, he's in play. Reggie Bullock is going to start. I like him. Kyle Anderson, I'd much rather play over Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, because it's just way cheaper. And then his minutes are more secure if it turns to a blowout, which I don't see how New York stays close in this game. After this road trip, I mean, I don't even know if they're there yet. They might not even be in San Antonio yet. Mo Harkless played a whole bunch of minutes last game. At min price, you could take a punt on that if you want to do it. Dude got 35 fantasy points. Was against the Lakers, but this is against Philly. Philly ain't much better at all. Doug McDermott started today. That was interesting to me. See what he did. Absolutely nothing. 36 minutes, 9 fantasy points. Great job, dude. You're awesome. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I did pull up a game just from the Bulls to see what they did there. And this is interesting. So when Taj Gibson was in the game, no, this is Hoiberg. This is not Tibbs. This means nothing. I'm just giving any kind of insight. This is a different coach, different team. Milwaukee had Jabari Parker last year. That's what they did. They had Jabari Parker and Butler, and then they had Taj Gibson on Big D. Now what happened was when Taj Gibson left the game, Butler did shift over to Big D. So either way, Big D will see some Butler defense. And then
Thibs is a defensive coach. Yeah. There's just no way. I mean, there's just no way that he's going to be like, okay, you go out there and kill us, Big D, while we have our best defender on a jump shooter in Middleton. Like, he's a defensive coach. Like, he's just not going to allow that to happen. It's just not. He's just not going to allow that to happen.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Aside from that, when you take Big D out of the equation, assuming he does get Jimmy Butler defense, it's ugly. I don't want Butler on the back end of a back-to-back that just went to overtime. And yeah, I agree. Covington is fine. No thank you, Courtney Lee. Simmons, I'm extremely upset with, but obviously if Fournier's out, I'm going to have to consider that because the minutes are going to be there. Really hoping Gordon comes back because I'm looking for somebody to play from the Magic, but every show, your Magic kill me. So I'm going to have some decisions to make. Maybe I don't know. Small forward is really ugly tomorrow. It's like a wasteland. Like when I never play Stanley Johnson, like never. And I'm at a point now where I'm looking at him and I'm actually considering him. And that's not good. That's never a good thing when I'm considering a guy like Stanley Johnson. Johnny, move us over to power forwards.
I want to say something.
What's up?
Big D is a guy I'm not scared of any defense. It's not that I don't want to play Big D because I'm scared of Jimmy Butler defense. I don't want to play him because the price. Jimmy Butler is a good defender. I mean, he's gonna limit his upside, and it's the fact that Minnesota is on a back-to-back after overtime. So that's the reason.
If you were gonna play somebody from Milwaukee, aside from
it would be Middleton.
What about Bledsoe?
No. I don't. I'm not gonna play Bledsoe at almost $8,000.
Is that how much he is?
He's almost $8,000. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I don't think he was that high. Oh wow, 7-6.
I think the only guy I'm really going to play in this game is going to be Jones because he's super cheap.
That's where I am right now. He's the only guy that.
And I think he'll get in the blowout.
He's the only. I
think he's going to get his minutes regardless. Yeah. So
no, he will. Yeah, he's the only guy that I even have in my dummy lineup. He's the only guy from this game at all that even made it.
You should think about some Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, no. I could go for Crawford. Yeah, I could definitely go for Crawford. I could.
If the game blows out, Jamal Crawford is playing.
Yeah,
sure.
Tyus Jones might come off the court. If that MRI doesn't come back well, they're not going to run Tyus Jones in a blowout if Teague is going to be missing 3 months.
Yeah.
Because he's their only point guard.
I do agree.
Well, who knows? It's Tibbs. All of them could play all 48 minutes, and they're losing by 40.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I was going to say I agree to an extent, but I did see them in a blowout, and he still played 32. So he did not get the 38, 39, 41 that he was getting in the close games, but I think he's going to get 30 regardless if it's a blow. Because Tibbs, like you said, he's a guy he likes to keep his foot on the gas pedal regardless. So I do think that, at his price, even if he got you 25 minutes, wouldn't you still think it was worth the risk? It's like, you know what I mean? Like
Tibbs is a horrible coach.
Fair enough. Johnny, move us over to power forward.
He needs to be a defensive coach like he used to be.
Yeah.
He is not a head coach.
Yeah.
Any guy that goes and runs every single player into the ground is not a good coach. Just wait to the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see. No, you're right. Move us over to power forwards, Johnny.
Yeah, so we went over some of these options. We were talking about Big D here a second ago. Porzingis, for me, not in play for the reasons we just talked about with Cashin talked out about New York flying to San Antonio. I think Porzingis got tired in the last game. He was having a big game in the first half and then kind of shit the bed or kind of did nothing the last half. So, and I don't like the matchup with Aldridge and with Kawhi there. So I'm really off that play. Aaron Gordon is definitely where I would start for my day tomorrow if he's playing. I like him tomorrow, 7,600. I think he's a great play if he's going to be ruled in and he's going to start with no minute restriction. That's a key. I don't want to Aaron Gordon on 20 minutes tomorrow. So Pau Gasol is getting a little bit expensive, but he's been playing great. I still think he's in play at 6,700. This kind of, though, seems a little bit like the Enes Kanter play from tonight. So temper your expectations there a little bit. And then I already talked about Kawhi Leonard a second ago. Taj Gibson, I think, is in play at 5,700 with this matchup. Milwaukee's just bad at rebounding. The bigs just don't rebound really well, so I like that. Bismack Biyombo, he's getting expensive. He's 4,600 tomorrow. The only way I would be interested in him at all is if Gordon was ruled out if Gordon's going to be in, I would have no need to play him at his price. And definitely don't play Doug McDermott tomorrow after today. That was horrible. And I'm not on any of those other players.
Okay. Cash, what do you got at power forward?
Ben Simmons, never play him. He sucks. He doesn't suck, but his price is too high. And he is bad. Like, he's bad right now.
He
I don't
can't
know
shoot.
what's going on. And yes, he cannot shoot. Said coming into the year, the kid needs to work on that shot. Works on that shot, he's gonna be deadly. Still think he has a chance to lead the league in triple doubles though, but it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
The way Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are playing right now, it's gonna be tough there.
To put it nicely, yes.
Yeah. Aldridge, no. Never. Gordon, I don't think so. I don't want to play him off a calf. How many games has it been?
A few, 4 or 5.
I think the worst part,
3, 4, 5.
The worst
and
part,
then it was 1, 2
yes.
before that one he had in the middle.
That's the worst part.
So,
is they played him too early last time, and then he got hurt again.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it coming off a calf. He might go out and play well. His price is down, which is good, but I'm not gonna do it. Much rather play Tobias Harris going back to Orlando. Tobias Harris does not like Orlando. So I like that. I love Jason Tatum today, and I didn't play him because I wanted Serge Ibaka so bad. That was a massive mistake. Massive. If Jaylen Brown is out again, play Jason Tatum. He's such a stud. I love that kid so much. Taj Gibson off of 40 minutes, not for me. Amino, oh my God. Just can't do it. Like, he's hot and goes off and whatever. John Henson. Oh man, John Henson, you make me laugh. Good luck tomorrow, dude. Theus, what did Theus do today? I also liked him as well. Yeah, he did absolutely nothing. And his price jumped up. He's all right though. If Brown is out, he's in play. Ryan Anderson is on the road. Ryan Anderson is 4-2. Ryan Anderson is in play. Gorgeous Dong. Really like Gorgeous Dong here. Because Taj Gibson just played 40 minutes. Old Taj Gibson, I don't think is going to be too good. So if Taj Gibson is struggling, Gorgeous Dong's going to play. I like Gorgeous Dong at 3-8. That's it.
Yeah, I like that call. I did look up the notes for Jaylen Brown. Looks like he aggravated some kind of knee injury in that Washington game, and apparently he left the building tonight with a crutch under one of his arms.
Hopefully he stays gone, and hopefully Morris misses again, because that would be nice.
I have a feeling. We don't like to play the guessing game. We've been burned too many times with guys like Fournier in, out, in, out, in, out. But I would think Jaylen Brown's going to miss again. Another thing, going back, I know I'm going back to small forward, but one thing I did miss before when we were there is I didn't realize Capella was hurt, like significantly hurt. Apparently he's going to be out for. He has a right orbital fracture, and he won't even travel with the Rockets on the 2-game road trip. So Capella's already out, and I'm pretty sure I'll check tomorrow before the Y stream. But when I ran the usage last time Capella was out, I'm pretty sure Ariza gets a decent boost, and obviously Ryan Anderson too, because he's going to have to fill in for the 5. And Boston, as we know, is always a pretty bad rebounding team historically. So. I think that we can look for some value on those Rockets after all. And
you don't need nobody out for Ariza.
No, yeah.
The dude is gonna play. He's gonna play 43 minutes.
Yes,
it's insane.
Yes.
Have you looked at these minutes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. He plays massive minutes, but he doesn't always do everything with them. Like he's been like a great cash game player. He's been giving you 40 minutes. He's been getting you 5x-ish. You know what I mean? But he's only had really 1 or maybe even 2 eruption spots.
Hey, bro. The way it goes for me, all I'm looking for right now is 5x.
Yeah. No, I hear you. No, I'm with it. I'm just making a case that I think Ariza's with Capella out, Ariza becomes an even better play. especially with Jaylen Brown out.
I mean, it bumps Ryan Anderson more for me
Yeah.
than Ariza, but yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
And then it also puts Tucker in play as well.
Oh, Tucker's always in play. He's going to play big minutes for defense, but who it puts in play that doesn't play minutes is Tyreek Black. Maybe he gets some minutes, but maybe not. Nene is always in play too, but yeah. He's not going to rest. We know that. But he's not going to play over 20 minutes either. Maybe 25. He did get to 25.
Going back to another guy you mentioned, you like Tobias Harris. Just pointing out his last 2 games, he's actually playing really well. He didn't even get he only played 29 minutes against Indiana because a lot of that game got out of hand. But I mean, we all saw how hot of a start he got off in that game. So now he's playing a team he's not crazy about, who he used to play for.
Not crazy. He has hatred.
Hatred. He's got hatred.
Yes. And
Why though?
Sorry ass Reggie Jackson is off the court, so all that.
Why do you think Tobias
Reggie
hates
Jackson's
Orlando? I know he played for them, but did something transpire that you know of?
Yeah, they dumped him.
Oh, they dumped him
like a piece of garbage.
There's the good stuff there, Cash. That's what I'm trying to see. That's the good stuff right there. They dumped him like a piece of garbage.
They went over. I mean, before last year when Harris was, or 2 years ago when Harris was traded over there, I think he came from Indy, right?
Came from where?
We came from Indy, right? Harris? Orlando, right?
Nah, it was Milwaukee.
It was Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I remember when he was there, he was starting, and then all of a sudden Aaron Gordon became the guy there, and he was coming off the bench.
So he got replaced too.
They signed him to a big deal, and then he was underperforming on that deal, and they went elsewhere. They drafted Aaron Gordon, and they dumped him like a piece of garbage.
Like a piece of garbage. Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. All right, Johnny, move us over to centers.
Yeah, the top here, Joel Embiid. Gonna play him tomorrow. He's probably my favorite center. He looked really good on Christmas. So yeah, I definitely like him. Drummond, he's in play. Bismack Biyombo is not going to be able to stop him. So I don't like Cat tomorrow on a back-to-back. He might play a little angry tomorrow because he did get thrown out of this game, or he fouled out, I should say. I'm not on Cancer after his performance. Today, I'm off of him. We already talked about Gasol at power forward, but he's also center eligible. I guess you could play Nene tomorrow at 3,900 on DraftKings. And then Gorgie Jang, as Cashin talked about, he's $3,600 tomorrow. He's in play over in Minnesota. And I don't really like anything here at the bottom.
Okay, fair enough. Cash, what do you got at centers?
Embiid, I'll pass. I hope he's popular. I want Cat. I want all the Cat. Cat only played 30 minutes tonight. Cat is playing against Milwaukee. Good luck, John Henson. Good luck, Thon Maker. You need to go hit a buffet because Karl Anthony Towns is going to be hitting up a motherfucking Olive Garden tomorrow night. Because Karl Anthony Towns is going to be going to work. Karl Anthony Towns is going to go off. I'm going to be all in Karl Anthony Towns. I think he would damn sure be on my main lineup. I love Karl Anthony Towns tomorrow. This kid is playing well right now. He's grabbing all the rebounds. Oh, I love Karl Anthony Towns tomorrow. He only played 30 minutes a night. Got you 47. Wait till tomorrow when he plays 45. Because that's what Tibbs is going to do. He played the lowest amount of minutes of any Minnesota yesterday. Even Taj Gibson played 40 minutes. Taj Gibson is not going to be good tomorrow, I don't think. Taj Gibson is too old to be playing 40 minutes, come back the next freaking day, and play well. It's life. Dude is old.
It's life.
Like, he can't play 40 freaking minutes. Tibbs is an idiot.
He said it's life.
Andre Drummond, I'll pass. Bismack Biyombo is a very good defender. Very strong. So he doesn't have the upside. I'm gonna find $500 every single time for Karl Anthony Towns. Believe that. Al Horford is in play against Houston with slow ass Nene, and then little ass Ryan Anderson. He's in play. Cantor is in play against San Antonio after this terrible game today. His price came up. Don't know if anybody's going to be going there. He's been playing well. Pau Gasol, never over $6,000. Nurkic, I would love to cut your head off your fucking shoulders. I hate you. Bismack Biyombo, I could get down. Even at 5'5", like tomorrow, I think my only two centers will be Cat or I'm going down to Bismack. That's it. Bismack wasn't as high owned as he should have been last game at a cheap price. And on DK, he should have been 100% owned, which he wasn't. I will play Bismack at 5'5" against P-Boy Drummond that can get benched because he is a P. Bismack can bring it to him. That's it, man. There's no other even center. I mean, you could punt with Nene if you wanna. Not me. It's Cat. It's Bismack. That's it.
I like the call. I think Embiid is okay. Don't get me wrong, but on FanDuel, Towns is $700 cheaper. It is Milwaukee, which has been the nuts one of the nuts matchups against centers, and I like the point. He fouled out, as you mentioned, so he only played 30 minutes. He was not part of that overtime run, so for him, even though it's still a back-to-back, it's not too bad. He's played more games. Like usually, he plays 37 to 38, 39. And on an overtime situation, he only got 30. So I think a lot of people might stay away just because, like, realistically, some people aren't going to realize that he didn't play much in the fourth. They're not going to realize he got into foul trouble. So I think they're going to.
They haven't had a back-to-back in a long time.
Yeah. So
I'm looking right now, like they haven't had a back-to-back since 12-4.
Yeah. Yep, and he played 37 minutes in both games. That was back when he was still kind of struggling. He's been a lot better since then. But I like the call, man. It's Milwaukee, nut matchup. Nobody to match up with him whatsoever. He only got 30 minutes last night, so this isn't a regular back-to-back. And that last back-to-back, he played 37 minutes and 37 minutes. This time he only played 30, so I can see Tibbs letting him go, especially if, like you said, especially if Taj, his old ass gets pulled a little bit. So I like that call. Cantor, man, that's like the game theory play of the day, right? You go to the guy that just screwed everybody over, right? That's usually that usually works. You always say San Antonio. There's two places to attack San Antonio, like you say, Cash, point guard and center. And so I don't love Cantor. Didn't play him today. Don't think I want to play him tomorrow. But I will acknowledge, from game theory standpoint, we often see last night's chalk, who failed, be the next night's GPP winner. So we'll acknowledge that because he has been playing well, and he only played 21 minutes last night against Chicago because he was so bad. It's ugly. I can't believe Nurkic is $5. I mean, Nurkic is $300 more than Biyombo. That's what he's come to. That's just pathetic. I mean,
Biyombo's better.
I agree at this point, man. I can't disagree at this point.
Biyombo literally he got 5 blocks last game.
Yeah.
Like he has eight block upside.
And I hope he brings him, because Drummond's been in like a funk. He's been okay.
Drummond is turning back into a P.
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
That's what he's been doing. At the beginning of the year, we saw him play real hard defense. We saw him just playing aggressive and hard, and that's not been the case. And his coach is benching him for it. We're seeing games where he's not even breaking 30 minutes. And, Bismack ain't going to fly with that. This is Bismack's chance, man. This is his time to shine, man. Vooch is out. Come on, man. So, yeah.
You remember when Vooch was out last year?
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal time.
Oh, yeah.
It was a phenomenal.
Me too.
It was a great time in DFS. I like the call. It's a pretty straightforward slate, especially on FanDuel. There's not too many ways to go. Like it seems like a night where you don't need so many lineups on FanDuel. On DraftKings, you can mix and match and you can play, pivot. So on DraftKings, lineup building is going to be a little bit more complex and, in my opinion, a little bit more fun when there's possibilities. But on FanDuel, I think it's very straightforward with these only 5 games. Guys, don't forget to check out whitestake.com if you haven't already. If you're a fan of the podcast, we appreciate it. But go over to whitestake.com. Check out some of our subscriptions. We got members winning every day. I'm looking at the chat now. We got guys putting up 350s and things like that. So it's phenomenal, man. We have awesome tools. Paulie's cheat sheet continues to be hot again. I mentioned him and Godsab ended up getting tickets off $1 each. And they both min cashed in the $1,500. So they both won 3 Gs today. So congratulations to them. But we'll have the Y stream tomorrow. an hour and a half before lock with myself, Mr. G Daddy, aka Johnny the Greek, and of course the man, the OG, Paulie D. Don't forget, Cash's GPP article will be out tomorrow. I know Lance Stevenson was your cover boy today, Cash, and it was chalk, but it worked, man. It was just chalk you had to eat today, 100%. Also, don't forget,
well, it was gonna be Marcus Gasol.
Lance Stevenson, though, man, point per dollar. Come on, you couldn't beat that. 10x, close to 10x.
No, right when Oladipo was out, I mean, it was
all day,
a lock,
all day. You know me, I look for every excuse to play that dude. I love that guy. But yeah, don't forget we got BK's Cash Game article. We got the pace plus minus too. We got so many. And that's just some of them. I can't even think of all the things we have on top of my head. We even have this new cool thing that we're working on with Eric, who builds our models. It's in the beta testing mode, but you can check it out and take a look. But we're trying to set up a little value town thing to help guys find value. So that's what we do, man. We're not here to give you a lineup. We're not here to that. We're here to help you become a good player yourself. We're here to help you make the right choice, make the better choice. We're here to help you learn your own process and be successful in the long run, because that's what we're here to do. The industry's not going to survive if people aren't good. We need the everyday players, the regular guys, to do well. So whether you just need the tools or the guidance, we have you. Whether you just crunch for time and you need something quick that can help condense your research process, we got you covered either way. With that said, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up. That like button means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbean, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. Guys, we do these podcasts at night for free, so the least you can do is show us some love on those platforms. Johnny, anything in closing on this slate?
No, just definitely listen to the news tomorrow about some of these plays that we talked about, some that might be started or they're questionable. Look into that, and then just have fun. It's a 5-game slate. It's a good slate. I think that a balanced lineup is probably going to win the slate from what it looks like right now. So have some fun.
Okay, Cash. What about you, man? Anything in closing?
Karl Anthony Towns is going to have a steaming plate of fettuccine alfredo at 8:10 Eastern tomorrow night.
There it is. I haven't heard that in a while, Cash.
Right at tip-off.
I have not heard.
Hey, man.
Fettuccine alfredo.
It's a special occasion. Shit. Can't do that every day. It's a special occasion. It was going to be steaming, piping hot. He is going to tear it up. Believe that.
I like it, though. So some cat is the fettuccine alfredo. Is Tyus Jones the breadsticks?
He's a salad. He's a tomato bruschetta.
My favorite part of Olive Garden is dipping my breadsticks in that
Alfredo sauce.
I get like three bolts of Alfredo every time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got the point guard center connection right there. Minnesota, take it to the house.
Best believe I'm gonna have Tyus Jones on every lineup I make, and Karl Anthony Towns, I'm gonna try to have him. I'll probably only play one because I get my ass kicked. So I'll play one, and Karl Anthony Towns gonna be there, and Tyus Jones gonna be there.
Gotta love the realness from Cash. You always get the real. It's one of the things I think that people love most about you, Cash. You always get the real. That's going to do it for us again, guys. This was a fun podcast. I know that the mood could have been a little better. Listen, the nation won. I'm happy. I think, you can see Johnny. Johnny didn't win today either. He's chilling. But Cash is a competitor, man. He's a competitor. So I'm excited to see everybody bounce back tomorrow. Nation, stay hot. Those of you out there in the Wise Take Nation, stay hot. Because
Serge Ibaka is gonna.
All right, I'm gonna get us out of here before Cash says something on YouTube that we don't want him to say. So for Johnny the Greek, for CashinDFS, myself, and the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.
Yeah.